Welcome back, 2 p.m. with The Trigger. Rich Bontrigger here with you. We're here every day to help you shine on camera, shine on stage. Why? To help you elevate you and your brand authority. And today, we're going to be getting into branding. It's this time of year, coming down the end of the year. You probably branded things, set things up, established things, but maybe you're getting that branding itch. Or maybe you want to do that makeover right now with your company. Maybe you've been told by other consultants and experts your messaging isn't just perfect right now, or the images, the graphics, it's not quite on point. It's always good to revisit and figure out what you're going to do with your branding. Today, I'm going to give you 5 strategies that are going to help you out there in that area. I work with branding with strategies. Right now, I'm helping a company doing an extreme makeover in many other areas. It's fun to do for the company, for the people, the anticipation of it, but there's work behind the scenes to do to really help that brand strategy, especially if you're getting into the media area. If you want to really show people you're more media savvy, you got more pop and sizzle, as I call it, it's really important to work on this. So 5 strategies, tips, insights to help you transform your brand image. So let's get into it. Number 1, you do need to slow down. No matter how long you've been doing this, no matter what you got going on with your company, slow down, pump your brakes, and do a brand audit and research. There are some very important things you want to work on. I'm going to give you some action steps, some practical check off the box type things you want to work on here. Conduct a comprehensive audit of your current brand identity. I've been doing that with this one particular company. In fact, I wrote a multiple page summary just on their website alone. This is the type of stuff you want to take time, and I do recommend you get an outside set of eyes to do this. Get a media brand consultant. Get someone outside your company because you've got blinders on. You don't know what you don't know very often. You're used to seeing it, and it works for you. The point is, have the brand makeover work for more people to expand your reach. Gather feedback from customers, employees, stakeholders. If you have people financially investing in your company, you want to go check with them and see what they think. Analyze competitors. Do a little market research. Go see what's out there with other people in your same area of influence and see what they're up to and how it's working for them, the good, bad, the ugly, and identify strengths, weakness, maybe opportunities, maybe some of those threats. Do that. It's called a SWOT, SWOT analysis. Identify your strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Make sure you take your time to do that because there are threats out there to you, your brand, and we're going to get deep into that in just a moment here. Number 2 on my big list, as we do some action steps here, identify your brand identity. Now, you're thinking, Rich, we already have a brand identity. We already have it going. Yes. But was it 1956 brand authority? Was it 1982? Was it 2000? We're coming up on 2024. You need to have a makeover. Every major company's done it. Now, the thing is, some fail, some crash, but they're always trying to figure out what's new, contemporary, and right for the age because communication is changing. And that brand message needs to be communicated in the right age and the right style. Clearly define your brand's mission, vision, values. Mission, vision, values. Everyone's talking about mission, vision. Make sure your values match. Make people know what the heartbeat of your company is, who you are, what you stand for, and what you won't stand for, what you will support, what you won't support. Put that in your brand messaging. Identify the unique selling propositions for the companies. What is unique about you? What do you do? Again, I help you shine on camera, shine on stage, to elevate you and your brand authority. I'm about you. Glowing, shining, getting brighter, and helping you have the right messaging behind it. What's yours? And develop a brand message that resonates with your target audience and craft a compelling brand story. The brand story is partly maybe some of your history, your background, but what's the brand story? What makes you unique? Because if you've heard me speak on stage, virtually, you know part of my brand story is my stutter. It makes me unique. And I market and brand that and build on that because I'm here as a professional broadcaster, media expert, and every so often the tongue doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And it used to be bad when I was young. That's part of those unique identifiers, part of my brand story. It shows you that I can help you overcome your obstacles. That I've done it myself. What's your brand story? Now, visual identity overhaul. This is a big one, and I spend a lot of time because I'm a very visual, media-driven guy. Visually, you need to identify and overhaul, and sometimes it is a new logo, sometimes it's a new website, maybe it's a new color scheme. This gets into a lot of areas, and this is why an outside resource, coach, consultant is the best way to go, because you will see things that you don't understand. Update, redesign your logo to reflect that new branded logo. I just did mine. Rock to Say just had a great logo, but for some items, I'm going for a different logo, and we're already implementing it. The response has been great. Choose a fresh color palette, maybe a type style for your lettering. Brand it to the personality. Your brand has a personality. You know what the personality is? Do you know if you're light, you're fun, you're serious, playful, intelligent? You want to have that logo match what that is. And visually, you also want to create a visual guideline for consistently across all platforms. What's your color codes? What are those? So you keep it all the same. What's the fonts, the sizes? What's the background colors? You want to have the clear, so you can always overlay other images. You want to have maybe a black background version. That's pretty standard. And of course, you want to have whatever your other major scheme is. Make sure you take time to create that palette and make a cheat sheet so everyone in the company knows you need to follow this. If you're a podcaster, if you're a talk show expert, if you're a media person, make sure the clients you work with know, here's my palette. Don't mess with it. It's really important to do that. Number 4 today is going to be obviously the website and the digital presence. More and more, the digital presence becoming so important. We're on many different streaming platforms now. You're amplifying things through YouTube. Don't make your YouTube different from your mainline website. Integrate the two together. Now, there might be a slightly different nuance to it, but you need to have it be brand centric and on mark for you. Redesign your website for a modern and user-friendly, including now you can have it toggle and go to a foreign language if you have an international reach. Now there are ways that even people can do it with Braille. That blew me away earlier this year when I heard there were ways to have your website be Braille ready for people. What's the thing you need to keep it modern with the pop and the sizzle and a user-friendly experience? Optimize your website for mobile devices. That is so huge. I'm spending time on mine. I found some glitches. I'm trying to work on it. You need to make sure it works on towers, laptops, your portable phones, your tablets. There's so many different areas now. Make sure it's optimized for the best on multiple platforms, and update and align your social media platforms. As I said, cross-platform. We've talked about it several times here at 2 p.m. with the trigger. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel. Look for other episodes on this. You're going to learn a lot to help you with that cross-platform. You want a cohesive brand design, and that in itself may be a reason to do a makeover. One of the reasons I'm working with a different client was they didn't have the cohesive. It was like floating around and different things. What can you do to bring it all together so everyone knows when you turn that dial, everywhere you go, there you are, and they know it's you. It's amazing what happens when you do that makeover and reset it all together. Finally, I'm going to give you one more here, and it's different than what you might think. What are your legal considerations? More and more, there are legal ramifications with websites and coding and different things, and of course, logo and copyright protection. AI is really elevating the discussions in all of this area right now. So make sure to ensure that the changes comply with legal requirements. You may be in a sector. I know the financial people that work as brokers and areas like that, they're strict on that. You need to make sure you comply. You get dinged, your website gets brought down, you'll lose your traction, maybe even lose the whole brand identity. Update the trademarks, the copyrights, any legal documents as needed. More and more websites are adding an area for legal support. If you want to read the legal proofs, the identifying documents, have that stuff there. If you're a public speaker, if you're a media person, update your media kit. to know who you are and what you're doing. Those are some of your legal documents to elevate you and your brand. Those are just a few things that will help you do some of these makeovers, brand makeovers. When was the last time you spent time to transform your brand, to bring it up? Just like going outside and painting your house. It's never fun. I painted my grandmother's house. I painted other friends' houses in the middle of the hot and humid weather of Indiana in the middle of the summer or spring. Never fun. But when you drive away, when you look at the finished product, everyone's happy. Everyone's satisfied. Even the neighbors take note because there's more pop and more sizzle. Take time. Look at this. Do that analysis. And of course, if you need help with any of this, please contact me, rich@richbondtrigger.net. That's rich@richbondtrigger.net, or simply go to rockthestagemedia.com. Contact us. We have a whole slate of how we help you with this pop, with this shine, with the brand authority. You are the brand now. And everything I just said applies to you yourself. It's not just your logo. It's not just your website. Do a makeover on yourself. You are the brand. More than anything else, as you speak, as you lead, as you influence, you need to have the proper style and makeover to help everything shine brighter and brighter. By the way, tonight I want to invite you. Our Rock the Stage show has another premiere every Wednesday night. We premiere a new episode, a new guest. And tonight we have Alan Klein with us. Alan Klein is a humorist, but not just any old humorist. And he helps people, especially with health and serious complications, to use humor to really bring light and hope back to them. We had a great conversation. You want to check out this premiere tonight? You don't want to miss it. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hit the QR code and join us as we premiere on YouTube tonight on the latest episode of the Rock the Stage show. And that's going to do it for today. I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. We will be back here again tomorrow, 2 p.m. with the Trigger, Monday through Friday, streaming live on multiple channels, helping you shine on camera, shine on stage, and yes, as we talked about today, amplify you and that brand. We'll see you tomorrow.